Hi, Connie. Hi, Shirley. We're gonna wait for a few more people to show up. How are you guys doing? Hi, Robin. So, remember on Saturday we are doing Luna Squared, Saturday at 2. Ta-da! Mom says she misses you guys. I miss you guys too, of course, but so I'm still working on this one. Got it almost finished. But you got your kit today? Awesome. I'm so glad, Connie. Hi, Becky. So today we're going to be doing Peyote Stitch. I know the majority of you, my favorite colors. I know the majority of you already know how to do this probably. But we're going to go off of the Stitch Bootcamp thing that we did. Ciao, Monica. So, we're going to do flat peyote with even count and odd counts. We're also going to do, 2-drop peyote. And we'll do circular peyote. And the circular peyote will be in the form of bezeling a Rivoli. Okie dokie. So we'll get started. We're going to start with the 8/0 seed beads. And we're going to do a flat, even count peyote. You know how to do it? Awesome, Connie. Yay. So, even count. We'll pick up 10 of the 8/0 seed beads, alternating colors. No posso parlare italiano tan bene. But I will show you. So let's see, I got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're doing alternating colors just so you guys can see. You're supposed to put a stop bead on. I'm not much of a stop bead person, so I don't. But if you're new to this and you don't want your bead sliding off the edge, then you're going to put a stop bead on. So a stop bead, just to do it, what you're going to do is put a bead at the end of your thread. Let me stop. Let me pull this out and explain it to you because we are learning how to do peyote and I'm just imagining that you all know how to do this, but let me get back to the stop bead. So if you're going to do a stop bead, you're just going to take a bead and go through it twice with your needle and thread, and it kind of catches at the end so that way your beads don't fall off the edge. Yay! Hey, Kathy. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start peyoteing down backwards down the line of beads that we just picked up. I picked up 10, so I just picked up, here's my 11th one, the 11th gold one, and we're going to peyote backwards. So if this is the one that I'm adding, I'm going to skip over one and go into the next one, which would be the black one. So that's going to make that little decoration point at the end right there. All right, so this is the motion that we're going to make all the way down, is pick one up, skip over one, go into the next one. So since I'm following the line of colors that I have, I'm going to pick up another gold, skip over the gold, go into the black. Let me know if you guys like, if I get out of the frame at all. I have a habit of doing that. So I like to like walk and talk or something like that, or not stay within the picture frame. All right, again, pick up another gold one, skip over the gold, go into the black. I'll let you guys see Connor too afterwards. He's here. Don't get your tail thread caught. All right, so again, up to another one. So if we're even count peyote and we have 10 beads that we start off with, that means we're gonna peyote each time afterwards 5 beads. The first grouping of beads that you pick up is gonna be your row 1 and row 2. So take the number that you have and divide it by 2, and that's the number of beads that you're gonna be picking up on each row afterwards. So, okay, pick up a bead, skip 1, go into the next. All right, another one, pick up a bead, skip 1, go into the last one now. Make sure that your work doesn't flip when you're doing this, meaning flip or twist. So that way it all stays in a straight line like this. All right, so now a lot of people like to flip their work. It doesn't matter. I mean, if I do or don't, you know, it's just the same. So, but some people like to flip their work so that way they work in the same direction at all times. So you can flip it if you don't want to. You don't have to, just as long as you know where you're going. Again, so now we're going to pick up a bead, skip over 1, which would be, this is the one that we're skipping over, and go into the next one. So now it looks like teeth. So now we have a like a guide point of which we should go into. So now I'm picking up black. So, and if this is your first time doing this, and it's good to go with, you know, colors so you can follow and get the pattern down, the technique down, and go from there. All right. Pick up a bead, skip 1, go into the next. So you're adding a tooth in between the teeth there. All right. My mom's sitting here laughing at me. Not great. All right. So, even count peyote. Cool? Everybody good with that? Yay. All right, so now we're going to learn odd count peyote. We're learning with bigger beads, and then we'll switch over to smaller beads for the 2-drop, which will be even. All right, so we're going to pick up an odd number of beads. For this, I'm going to do 9 beads. You can do however many you want, as long as it's an odd number. Typically something that you can hold within your hand, so that way you can, it's easy. So if you're learning, if you're starting off with, if you're a pro at this, then go with however many that you want, and go however small that you want. So, all right, let's start. 9 beads. All right, so if you notice before, I'm trying to get this unhooked from each other. Before, this was the even. So we had one color at the end and another color at the other end, because it's even number of beads. Hi, Monica. It's Monica Vinci. It's my Zia. Okay, so now we're going to do an odd number, so that means we're going to have the same colors at both ends. So if you like to block out bracelet where it's, you actually have the lines in between, and you know, and like me where I have to have like matchy, everything has to be even, then this is the better stitch for you, the odd count, if you're doing in lines like this. Because I do not like the even when I do colors like this, like straight line colors, because it looks like you just have that odd color at the end. Doesn't match. All right, so we're going to start peyoteing backwards again. So start peyoting down this line back towards your first bead that you added. Pick up one, skip one, go into the next. So I'm picking up a black one, skipping over the last black one I added, and go into the gold. Same, pick up one, skip one, go into the next one. And we're going to do this all the way till we get to the end. And then when we get to the end, then we're going to be like, oh my goodness, what happened now? We have this bead that's just hanging out. So I can't believe it, but the sun is out in Georgia. You know, like we've had about 6 months of rain, it felt like. So this is crazy. I'm just enjoying the sunshine, even though I'm inside, but I can see it. It's beautiful. All right, so there we go. We have peyote all the way down the line, and we have this one little bead here that's kind of stuck at the end. Like he doesn't have a partner. He's got nowhere to go. So we're going to pick up another black one, and we're actually going to do a figure 8 with our thread to get back to it. So we're going to call this bead 1 right here. The black one is bead 1. Bead 2 is the gold one. Bead 3, 4, and then I'm adding bead 5. So bead 5 is going to go down. Maybe. He's stuck on the end of the thread there. All right, so bead 5. We're going to stitch into bead 1. There goes bead 5. We just added it. Then into 2, into 3, all right, into bead 4, back into bead 2 again, bead 1, and then bead 5. And bead 5, since we're going back down the line again, we're going to be adding more beads down, so we're going backwards into it. There is a cheater's way of doing this too. So we'll do one more row. I'll show you the way that we're supposed to do it, and then I'll show you the cheating way. Because, you know, who doesn't like to cheat a little bit here and there? All right, so let's do another row down. This time we're switching over to the gold. You know, me and my colors, they have to match. So, and we got teeth again, remember? So, flip your work if you want, however you want to do it. Add another row. All right. And we're back to where we have to add our bead in a different way. So, all right, looking at this, I'm adding bead 5. There's bead 5 that we're going to be adding. And we got 1, 2, 3. Hang on, let me fix this. That might be a little better. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. From bead 5 going into bead 1. Then into bead 2 and 3. Bead 4. bead 2, bead 1, and then backwards to bead 5. All right, so let's peyote again, 2 rows, and I'll show you the cheating way. It's so quiet in here without everybody here, like really quiet. Like I'm living in the world, like I don't even know what day it is. We miss you too, Kathy. All right, ready? Let's cheat. That sounds so bad. Okay, so we're gonna be adding our bead before we go. So what you're gonna do to cheat is you're going to catch the thread in between the 2 seed beads that are right down below. See it? Catching that thread? Ta-da. And go back through the 8 you just added, or the CB you just added, and then peyote normal down the line. And you just cheated. And it was a whole lot easier, wasn't it? So, proper way, skirting around the rules way. All right, so that is essentially odd count peyote. So I will clean up my 8s. It's like the first. And dump in some 11s so that way we can do 2 drop peyote. Odd count. So I hope everybody is doing well. Is everybody staying healthy? Yes, maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully everybody's staying healthy. All right, 11s, different colors. Tropical colors. All right, so we're gonna thread our needle again. Do this all over again. Okay, so 2 drop peyote. So basically it's an even count peyote. Stephanie colors, yes. So awesome. I'm glad you're doing good, Debbie. In California. How's the weather out there? My mom wants to go there. So, all right. So we're gonna pick up, I'm gonna add a stop bead this time. Size, I'm working on size 11s. Size 11. So this one is Hybrid Color Trends Limpet Shell. I don't name these things. Don't ask me why it's named this. So, and this one is Duracoat Orange. So. So let me show you guys how to do a stop bead since I'm going to do one on this. So make yourself a comfortable length of thread at the end for a tail thread. Take your bead, go through it once and twice. You got a stop bead. Ta-da. So 2-drop peyote. So we are going to pick up 2 of each color. About 12 beads, we'll say. All right, so I got my 12 beads. I'm gonna drop them down to the inch. Oh no, it's gonna rain in California. Well, that's good for you guys, so you probably need it. We do not need any more rain here in Georgia. We are giving that for free. So if you want it, you can take it. All right, so we're gonna peyote ourselves backwards down the line of beads here that we got. I'm trying to get this back into focus. All right, so skip over 2 beads. So a 2-drop, a 3-drop, a 4-drop, all that means is you're skipping 2 beads, 3 beads, 4 beads, that's it. So we're gonna skip over the 2 orange ones and go into the 2 blue ones. So you're keeping it as a color group. So some of the patterns, like pattern peyote, will call for 2-drop, 3-drop, you know, whatever the case may be. And you might be using different colors. So this is just to symbolize what you're doing, but you could end up doing like a pattern, like a butterfly or something like that. And because the wings, you know, are more complicated and you have to show the colors differently, then that's why you're gonna do it. And you can see I'm having a little bit of complications here. All right, so skip over the blue, skip over the orange into the blue. We're gonna pick up 2 orange ones. Hey, Bonnie, you made it. You found us. I was trying to answer you. All right. Again, I'm doing this standing, so this is kind of, it's a new art for me. Bead while standing. And you see I put the stop bead on, but I didn't even use it. All right, going backwards now, and now we're gonna add the blue. So pick up 2. Hey, Andrea. Skip over the 2 blue ones, go into the 2 orange ones. So then we're noticing we're skipping, we're picking up 2, skipping over 2, going into 2. Hi, Susan. All right, so essentially, there we go. It's 2-drop peyote. Easy peasy. Okay? So we will clean up and we'll start with some circular peyote around a Rivoli. I told everybody a 14 millimeter Rivoli, so yep, 14 is what we're gonna be using. You can use whatever size you want. The bead count that you start off with is gonna be a little different, of course. So I will post that later on. So for a 14 millimeter Rivoli, we're going to be starting off with 36 beads. And when I say 36 beads, I mean 36 Delicas, because Delicas always do better in peyote. So to start off with, if you're learning, start off with like 8s or something large, something you can be able to see. But whenever you do a stitch like peyote or right angle weave or something like that, I mean, the cylinder beads just make it a whole lot better. It makes it a whole lot easier to see. So I'm working with colors. This is aquamarine, Rivoli. And I'm working with DB21, Delica Steel, and DB1284, Matte Trans Ocean Blue AB. And then we're going to finish it off with some 15s. So, are we all like super bored yet? I hope not. I hope you guys have enough projects stored up that you're not super bored on me. And I know a couple of you bought some projects recently, so no reason to be bored. I think we could find plenty to do. All right. So we're going to start and we're going to count out 36 beads. Thank you, Rena. Hi, Patsy. Yeah, silver and blue. Classic colors. Colors that Lynn would like. I haven't seen Lynn on here yet. No problem. Can't get a project finished? Come on, Kathy, you could do this. All right, so I gotta count, and these beads are smaller, so I gotta get a little closer, so I'm gonna have to sit for this. I'm gonna try to get into the camera focus as close as possible, so try not to worry about it. Okay, counting is really boring. Maybe I should count out loud. Maybe I'll make it more exciting. I think I lost my count. I'm pretty sure I did lose my count now. Wow, that's like a half of a Delica there. Look at that little tiny thing. Looks like a demi. Or Mayuki probably has one, some of them that are called something else. Not demis, because those are Tohos. All right, so once you get down, we're going to recount again, because there's nothing more sad than getting your bezel almost finished and it doesn't fit because you don't have the right amount of beads on there. So All right, so I got 36. Awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it into a circle. So that means we gotta go through all the beads all over again. So right now it looks like a blue and black little snake. So I haven't done a peyote bezel for a Rivoli in a very, very long time. It is not my bezel of choice or my method of choice to start a bezel for a stone. My method of choice to start a bezel for the stone is actually right angle weave. Most of you know me, know that I really like right angle weave. And what's the stitch that I hate, everybody? Everybody knows, okay, the people that know me know the stitch that I hate, like hate it with a passion. I'm gonna stand up so that way I can see the answers. Ha. There you go, buddy. Brick stitch. Yes. Good job, Shirley. All right, so we made it into a circle. Ta-da. Our tail thread is meeting our working thread. We're not going to tie it into a knot because we want kind of like a fluid motion to this. So we're going to reweave our tail through afterwards. So we're going to start peyote stitch. We're going to peyote stitch another row. And this is going to take a little while, so just craw. I like craw a lot. I like craw and right angle weave and praw, all those. So we'll do another stitch workshop, and we'll feature craw, raw, whatever. Or I'll feature the way that I like to start bezels. How about that? So, all right, so we're going to start peyote stitch oh no, I like brick. I know you like brick. Lots of people do, especially people that do bead embroidery, because you got a brick stitch all the way around the edge. It was so painful for me to finish that last project that I had created, which was the Midnight Garden. I had to finish for a long time. I just had to finish the edge. Sorry, I'm trying to get into focus. So exiting a bead, pick up one, and go into the next one. I'm going to follow the colors that we have around here, which is the blue and the black, blue and the steel. So there we go. There's one. Pick up a bead, a blue bead now. Skip one, go into the next one. But anyways, I finished that Midnight Garden bracelet a whole long time ago, and I did not finish it because I had to do the edging, and the edging is done in brick stitch. And I just so dislike brick stitch that I was just not going to do it for a very long time. I think it took like a year before I actually finished it. So I do like, yeah, and then I lost it. So I lost my sample. My mom has to remind me of that. Thanks, Mom. So. And most of you that know me also know that I do not have a problem with talking. I could talk for hours. But I hate the sound of my voice, so I don't revisit these videos. I don't rewatch them. And of course, now that I'm not going into plants as much, I have my jewelry on again. Hey, there's one of the benefits of not having to work at night like that. So. Okay, so we're going to continue our peyote ring around here. Skip one, go into one. Craw is a 4, definitely a dirty 4-letter word. Yeah, for some people it is. I have that mathematical science brain, so it does not bother me at all. It's like I see it and I get it. I get it. Get it, got it good. A brick stitch, especially when it's like in freeform or like not on the edge of it. Okay, I have to look at this a little closer. I think my vision's going, guys. I think my young eyes are failing me. But so brick stitch, especially when it's not like the edging of a bracelet, it's worse for me. Definitely. I will not do just a flat brick stitch bracelet. Oh, thanks, Kathy. No, really, I guess it's a thing. I guess everybody really hates their voice, the sound of their voice. So, and then now I'm posting these to YouTube, so they're going to exist forever and ever and ever, ever and ever, ever on social media, which is really sad. Oh, see what I did? I skipped. I skipped a bead and skipped over 2 beads. So back it up. Do it over again. Frog stitch. There you go. Rip it. I end up doing that a lot. Mostly, especially when I design. I'm like, nope, that didn't work. Let's pull it out. This is painfully slow for me, but I'm doing this standing. I typically whip these out in no time. So what section of the house are we beading in today, guys? Like, are we in the kitchen or the living room? Because we're all like housebound. Except for me, I'm at the store. But there's, it's just my mom and Connor and I. And for those of you who do not know, Connor is a golden retriever. He is a 6-month-old golden retriever. He's a big boy now, guys. He's got to be like 60 pounds. Oh, and he's a lap dog. I have a 60-pound lap dog. Sunroom, craft room, living room. Hey, craft room. Typically, I'm not a huge super fan of social media, but I think social media has helped us through this process a little bit better. Helps us stay connected with one another, that's for sure. All right, so I just finished putting in my last stitch for that. So before I show you what we're going to do now, we're going to focus in on this. Ta-da. This is the last stitch that I added. All right, it's right by the tail. So to add our next row, we have to step up So step up means we're going to step up into those teeth there, and we're going to continue on to the next row. So our next row, now we're going to switch over to 15s. So we're making this, it's a circle, and we're making this into a bezel for our Rivoli. So now it's time to get out our 15s. So if it helps, sometimes people they put it around their finger or whatever the case may be. I'm sorry, it's my middle finger, but that's just the way it ended up, guys. It fits on that finger. I am doing a Peyote Stitch, Patsy. We are Peyote stitching a bezel. And I will post this afterwards so that way you can have some entertainment later on in the evening when you want to laugh at Stephanie. I hate these tubes. They ran out of the tubes, and they have the little tubes, the little holes on the side, and all your beads spill out, and they spill out a stupid little way on the mat, and they get all over the place. So, okay, I'm going to step off the soapbox now. All right, so now we're going to peyote stitch 15s around. 15s are going to close up the bezel. So the first row that we're going to do, we're just going to do it lightly, not pull it so tight. Second row, we're just going to pull it in tighter. So 15s are those little tiny ones. I like 15s. Some people don't. Some people think they're too small. I think they're perfect. But that's just me. Everybody has their own idea of what they like. So it's just when you're using Delicas and you go to 15s, that's the way to close it up. So I just flicked one across the room. It's gone, guys. It's like all the other beads in here left. The bezel is a size, it's for a size 14 millimeter Rivoli. I love 15s too, Robin. I'm glad we share that love. It's a passion. Some of these 15s look like Delicas. Do not mix your 15s and your Delicas when they're in the same color. Not a good idea. The last couple batches that we got of the Toho 15s, they're more cylinder than they typically are. So they do look like little tiny Delicas for some reason. 36 beads to start off with, Patsy. So on the instruction sheet that I had made up for it was a stitch boot camp that we did. So we did all the basic stitches, herringbone, blah, blah, right angle weave, netting. I did go over a cylinder peyote or circular peyote, but that's all it was to make a tube, so a cylinder tube. So I could post those on Etsy, those instructions. They won't be very expensive because considering most people can find this information online, but it's good to have everything in one place as like a booklet. So that way, if you get into a jam and you forget peyote, which happens, You know, I want to forget brick stitch, but I can't seem to forget that one. So you got a C in that class? Nah. Not you, Kathy. A+ student. You love 15s until you make multiple passes, huh, Rena? Well, I do too, and then I switched to a smaller needle. Right now, I'm working with a size 11, by the way, a tulip size 11. Which that is what we sell here, tulip needles. Oops. So I went to the grocery store today, guys, for my grandmother, and it's still like very empty. I don't know what people are doing, but now we're out of flour and things like that. So obviously, is everybody baking? That's what I really want to know. And what are they baking? Because, you know, I gave up like things like sugar and carbs for Lent. So my life is very boring and obsolete now inside the house, especially I could stare at cake, but I cannot eat it. So needless to say, I do not want to stare at cake. Okay, that's the first round of 15, so we're going to be adding a second round of 15s. Because if I can't eat it, then I don't want to stare at it. It's just evil. And the bowl of candy, guys, looks exactly the same, you know, because I haven't touched it. I've been good. So, again, we're going to peyote a row of 15, so skip just like the teeth. We're going to fill in 15 in between the two teeth here. So basically skip one, go into the next one. Okay, we will tell people how to order from Beadjoux. So we have an Etsy site. You can order from there. You can call us, and we will be happy to help you out with that. Or you can, number is 706-658-0007. Or you can email us at beadjoux@att.net. I will respond, especially now that I'm not going in at night, so I'm very well rested. So the thing about not going in at night, which is great, I mean, it's awesome, but my company still likes to have conference calls at 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's not like, you know, I truly get to sleep. It means I just have to get up and turn on the phone and listen to a conference call or participate in the conference call in my pajamas. Luckily, it's a conference call, not Skype. They don't see me. So ooh, birthday cake. Whose birthday is it? Or was it? Oh, happy birthday, Ron. My dad's birthday. Oh, he's Ron too, but his birthday was at the beginning of March when we still weren't on lockdown and we can still go places. So this gets easier as you get something to hold. It's fidgety at first, but when you have something a little bit better to hold, or when you stick it on your finger, ta-da, it makes it a whole lot easier to work around. There are different methods of doing this. Some people like to do a flat peyote strip. I think Cynthia Rutledge did that when she was here. She did like a flat strip and then she joined them. Or was it Hannah? I can't remember. It was one of the two of them. And that was pretty cool. All right, so we finished this. There is the top part of our bezel. Looks like a little dome, which is great. It should look like a little dome because it's going to fit our Rivoli in there. Oh, happy birthday, Marilyn. Wish her a happy birthday, Shirley, please, from us here at the shop. So what we worked on was the front side. So typically what you do is you stick your Rivoli in there and he should just fit right in there. I mean, I stitched like tight like a little demon, so, but it still fits. So that's why we like Delica so much, because typically it's pretty even, so. So we're gonna move our thread through and work our way to the back side, and we're going to continue our peyote on the back side. So. Find where we are. And we're gonna go through the Delicas. And we're gonna exit a light blue Delica because it's like a tooth. So we're gonna go diagonal. And we wanna be on the, one of the teeth, so that way we can peyote one in between. Oh, for those of you that ordered Betty Steffen kits that I have to give them to you yet, I have them. No, I don't. Not yet. She sent them, I think, on Tuesday, so we should have them tomorrow. So you should be receiving packages from us pretty soon. Okay? So, dropping your Rivoli, and we're going to start peyoteing our 15s around now. So, exiting one. And the larger the size Rivoli, the more 15s you might have to put around to actually capture it. So don't panic. I think this one's going to take 2 rounds. Like I said, I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm learning with you. Again, relearning. Reweave. Leslie Freeman. And we're, okay. Exiting one bead, skipping one, going to the next one. Cool, awesome. Yay, Shirley. It'll be pretty. I like Betty Steffen. She does pretty cool work, and it's not very hard, so it's not very difficult. Luckily, bead embroidery isn't typically very difficult. It's just different. So some people really like it. Some people are like, hey, not my thing. That's okay. Everybody has their own thing. I like it. I just don't necessarily have the time to do a lot of bead work, bead weaving. I do right now. So again, we're peyoteing one round of 15s around. one's a tiny one too. My dog must be dreaming of food because he's smacking back here. Oh, but Kathy, you need to stockpile. See, like we have an apocalypse right now, and see all of us, we prepared, we stockpiled. We have all these kits prepared just in case this would happen. So don't worry about being behind. Us crafters, we know how to work the system here when it comes to this. Being stuck inside. We got this. We got it down. Don't worry. All right, so before I go into this, we're going to go into the last Delica, peyoting the last 15 on that round, stepping up into that next 15, and we're going to do another round of 15s. So because it might pop out with one round, so I will do 2. Oh no, I'm sorry you hurt your back. Hopefully you'll be better soon. We miss you too, Kathy. I miss all my friends here. So we're creating another round of 15s around here. It will be really funny to revisit these videos on everything that I'm talking about here because none of it will be pertinent at the time, like a year from now. And we're going to be like, oh yeah, remember that? When we were stuck inside our houses. Excuse me. Oh, good. I'm glad it's better. He was, Robin, he was named Connor already. So we actually picked out the name Bentley, but we stuck with Connor since they named him that at the place that we got him from, Syrah Golden's. It kind of fits him. He's good for the most part, but you know, he's got his moments. We all have our moments. I have my moments too, so but I will. Thanks, Kathy. Feel better. It was good talking to you. Almost finished with this round, and then we'll be done. At this point, I'm thinking I probably should have stuck with a smaller Rivoli. Less beads. Quicker video. All right, so add in the last 15. So in that space in between, we're gonna go over that blue Delica with this 15. Ta-da, we have closed up our edge. Flip it over. Pretty little Rivoli encased with all of our Delicas and 15s. Ready to use for a project of our choice. All right, so we did flat peyote and even count, odd count, and 2-drop even counts. And we did a circular peyote where we bezeled around a Rivoli during this one. Cool? Everybody good? All right, so we'll switch the camera around so that way everybody can see Connor. My mom is on the move. Cool. All right. Say hi, Connor.
Oh, see, I'm such a puppy. I'm a big puppy, though, right? Oh, it's such a coolness, right?
Oh, stretch. Say I was sleeping, everybody.
Yeah, I was sleeping.
Oh, Mom's gonna give me a cookie. Cookie. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, and hopefully everybody be safe and have fun today. Yes, he is a cutie pie. Thank you. All right, guys. It was really great. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun too. I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye.